Nyquist with the bucket, and Stayton is up 2. Child now to May on the right wing, gets it down low to Kelty. Kelty off glass, can't get it to fall, but she will have 2 free throws. Kelty has struggled from the line tonight. She is 3 of 7. That one goes on Smart. It is her 4th. Kelty, free throw, no good. Second free throw coming for Riley Kelty. Cottage Grove down by 2. Free throw up. That one off the back of the iron and no good as well. So now Stayton with a 2-point lead, 2:50 to go here in the overtime period. To Smart. Smart now to Nyquist. Frith. Now to Nyquist. Over on the far side to Bundy. Bundy to Smart. Half court. Now back to Nyquist. Bundy now to Nyquist on the left wing. Over to Frith. Stayton do a good job of moving the basketball here, eating up that clock. Now to Nyquist, she takes it left into the paint, and she's fouled by Emma Gardner, and that is 5 on Gardner. That is the 5th personal on Emma Gardner, as she's going to have to come out. So it's going to be Caitlin Batchelder into the game here for Cottage Grove. First free throw from Nyquist is up and nothing but net. KJ Nyquist has had herself a second half. She's got 9 points. Second free throw, that one up and good as well, and now it's a 2-score game here for Cottage Grove with no Emma Gardner in the game for the Lady Lions. Child now to May, out at half court. May gets it down low to Kelty, off glass, and good. 2 more for Riley Kelty, and this one's to within 2, and we've got another timeout here from head coach Kevin Yaws. We are going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of overtime. And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. Stayton basketball out of the break. Cottage Grove trying to trap him in the back court. Almost came away with the steal there. And then we get 10 seconds called on Stayton. And it will be Cottage Grove basketball as they force the turnover. I thought they were going to get Tara Child for a reach-in. But as it is Cottage Grove basketball now with once again a chance to tie or take the lead. Stayton with a 43-41 lead. Ball is into Murphy. Murphy gets it to Kelty, wide open, off glass, no good, and a foul Kelty had a golden opportunity there. And that is number 5 on Kelty, as she has fouled out of this one. She ends the night with 12. And now it's Tylee Bundy on the other end for Cottage Grove. And it is up and good off the back of the iron, excuse me, for Stayton. That's her first point of this game. And now Madison Bethke is in for Cottage Grove, and really if there's anyone that can shoot the 3 for the Lady Lions, it's her. Second free throw coming from Bundy. It is up, and that one's good as well. And if you look at what happened late in this game, it's that Stayton took care of business on the free throw line, and Cottage Grove could not. Now to Bethke on the right wing for 3. That one's no good. The board is out of bounds off of Stayton. So Cottage Grove will keep it. Now apparently there is something on the floor. Oh, it appears there's a small spot of blood on the floor, so Maria Pardee is going to have to go get taped up. So Meg Schatz comes in here for Cottage Grove. Now for the Lions, you look at who's in the game, and Child had the quick start, but she's been held scoreless for 2 quarters. Now to May on the right wing, and May throws it away. The steal there from Stayton. Now to Nyquist. Nyquist picks up her dribble, and we get a timeout here from Stayton, with Cottage Grove down 4. 1:20 to go here in this overtime period. It looks like Stayton wants a full timeout. We are going to take a 1-minute break and be back for the rest of overtime. Stayton basketball out of that break. Nyquist with it in the backcourt for the Eagles, and she loses it. Stolen away by May. What great defense there from Tara Child. And it is Cottage Grove basketball. Caitlin Batchelder with it for Cottage Grove. Now to Child. She'll drive down low. Lay-in is good over Stayton defender, and now we've got a timeout from head coach Kevin Yoss. Tara Child gets into the paint and is able to finish. And she's now got 10 points in this basketball game. 57.3 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. And it's going to be Stayton basketball. Now, obviously, Cottage Grove looking to force the turnover. Still plenty of time in this basketball game. Stayton, though, just got to be worried about getting to cross half court at this point. The Lions have already forced one 10-second call here late in this one on Stayton. For Cottage Grove, Child able to come through with a bucket right there. But Kelty and Gardner both out, the 2 big sophomores. So it's going to be Batchelder, Ladd, May, Meg Schatz, and Child in there defending. Ball is in. Nyquist has it on the far side, and it's poked out of bounds by Child. with 54.6 seconds to go here in this overtime period. Nyquist now going to throw it deep, and she's got Smart, but it's stolen away by Child. Now Child going to take it the other way, gets it over to Ladd, and Ladd traveled with the basketball. It will be Stayton ball. What a steal there from Child. Very well could have saved Cottage Grove's chances in this one. Smart to throw it in. She gets it in to Frith. Now to Bloomquist. It is no good. Board. Turnaround. Jumper is no good as well. Now Child going to push it this way. Child. Jump stop in the paint. Left-handed. Can't get it to fall. Board goes to Schatz and a jump ball. Possession arrow is to Stayton. Tara Child almost with an incredible finish on that drive. Stayton basketball, 30 seconds to go. Ball is into Smart. Now over to Nyquist. Nyquist with it in the backcourt, gets it over to KJ. KJ now almost loses her dribble. 20 seconds. Basketball is thrown away but saved. Inbounds by Smart. Now it's on the floor. Picked up by May to Schatz. 12 seconds. Now to Ladd. Ladd loses her dribble, ball on the ground, and a kick for Maddie Ladd. It's Stayton basketball with 6.4 seconds to go here in overtime. Smart just has to get it in, and Cottage Grove just has to foul, which they do. They get Frith with 5.2 seconds to go in overtime. So now it's going to be 2 free throws here for Genevieve Frith. Frith has not had a free throw attempt tonight. So 5.2 seconds to go. It's 2 free throws coming for Frith. The first one is up and no good from Frith. Second free throw coming from Frith. Only 5.2 seconds to get the ball up and down the floor. Free throw up. It is no good, but she gets her own board. Ball over to Nyquist. 1 second, and that is it. And Stayton comes away with the victory. Well, if anything, you can certainly say it was an exciting one here from Cottage Grove High School. Go ahead and try to recap it for you. Cottage Grove really had control of this basketball game for almost the first 3 quarters. Stayton never got back into this thing until they tied it right at the end of the 3rd quarter of this basketball game. Cottage Grove had dominated up until that point, but really the turnovers and the poor free throw shooting came back to bite Cottage Grove late in this basketball game. And Stayton able to draw up a play right at the end of regulation that led to that lay-in by Lexi Smart. Great play call there from the head coach, Darren Shryock, that put it into overtime. And Cottage Grove definitely had their opportunities in this one, but with Kelty and Gardner fouled out, could not come back in this one. And Stayton comes into Cottage Grove, picks up its 8th straight victory. They're now 9-3 on the season. Cottage Grove now moves to 4-6 on the year. Once again, final score here from Cottage Grove High School: Stayton 45, Cottage Grove 43. We're going to take about a 15-minute break, and we'll be back with the first boys home game of the season, fresh off 3 straight wins from Alaska. Until then, I'll send it back to the station. just put the link on my Facebook page if you want to share it. I figure it's just better publicity for us. Garrett Bridgens in the high school is doing it, so. Yeah, they're using my audio, live video. Is that all right? Oh, yeah, you can billboard me. Yeah. Against the 26th ranked Cottage Lions. For Stayton in this one, they're coming in 4-8 on the year. 4 of those 8 losses, however, have come against top 10 teams here in 4A basketball. They're going to be featuring quite a bit of size coming into this one. We're talking 6'8 and 6'7, and 2 of their starters in Riley Nickel and Caleb Anundi. That's going to be a mismatch for the hometown Cottage Grove Lions. For the Lions, they're coming into this one 7-4 on the year, yet everyone's still kind of unsure where this team is at for several reasons. 3 of those wins just came in Alaska just over a week ago up in Ketchikan, and their most previous win against South Umpqua coming last week. They now have won 4 in a row. Now there's a lot of dynamics when you look at this Cottage Grove basketball team. This is their first home game of the year. Everything that they've played so far has been on the road. If you look at Alaska, it's been a long ways on the road for Cottage Grove. But a lot of things coming into this season. I would say first and foremost, you got to look at the fact that the end of the football season took just a little longer than it normally does. So you look at losses against Cascade and Marshfield early on this year. Marshfield, a really talented squad, and there's a little bit of lag there. This team not quite in basketball shape at that point. Nick Finley, that's right, Nick Finley. If you have not heard that name yet, I will introduce it to you now. He is the new head basketball coach here at Cottage Grove, and he did admit there was definitely some lag for the Lions coming into the early part of this season after the state title winning, football team. Then you get to Nick Finley. Now this is a very interesting story if you've been around Cottage Grove basketball at all, because you will realize that this is the first time since the 1980s that there is no Pollard in the coaching program. Don Pollard and Bart Pollard have been at the helm of this program for the last 30 years, and Nick Finley has been passed that torch. Now, if you're wondering about Finley, he is from Cresswell, Oregon. He was actually the player of the year in high school basketball in 2004 on a state title winning team there. Played some semi-professional stuff, and then went to coach in Alaska, hence Cottage Grove going to Alaska a couple of weeks ago, and he did very well there. Actually led his teams to back-to-back state titles before accepting this job. And if you want to talk about a philosophy change, well, this is a pretty big one. Pollard, of course, forever it was the half-court offense, run your offense through your post players. That's what Cottage Grove basketball has been for a very long time. Finley, on the other hand, completely different philosophy. When I talked to him preseason this year, he was even discussing running the 1-3-1, which is Shaka Smart VCU status full court press. We haven't seen the full court press in Cottage Grove High School regularly since girls basketball about 10 years ago, and we're going to see a whole heck of a lot of it tonight. And this team is equipped for it. They are incredibly athletic. Our Cottage Grove, when you look at Eric Giffen, Dylan Graves, Jesse Ellingworth, just to name a couple, they have a ton of athleticism, does Cottage Grove. Of course, for the Lions, they lost their two best scorers in Blake Senman and Corey Parent coming into this year. And what I've been told we're going to see tonight is what Cottage Grove has really just resorted to in the last 3 games. Finley says they are most comfortable with it, and that is the full court press, straight up, just man-on-man defense. Try to push the guys on the opposing team into some trap zones and try to create some turnovers. And that's what we're going to see the whole game. Full court press is coming here from Nick Finley in Cottage Grove, and it certainly should be an interesting home debut for Cottage Grove. There's definitely a little bit of buzz in the air, just territory that really hasn't been entered in quite a while. Interesting to see what the new head coach has done with this basketball team. Roster looking like for Cottage Grove, well, basically your state title football team, except on the basketball team. The good thing is for Cottage Grove is Jordan Hegwood is back. Hegwood, if you remember, was on the varsity squad as a freshman before he suffered multiple injuries, was able to play a little bit last year, and then just had another setback. The kid has just had a tough road, but he's here for his senior year, and he is all of 6'5" for Cottage Grove. Lions, not with a ton of height. Him and Austin Cardwell, really the only real size they've got at 6'6" and 6'5". Other than that, you're looking at Deshaun Alonzo is the only returning starter for Cottage Grove, and he is not starting in this basketball game for Cottage Grove. Get to those starters in a minute, but for the visiting Stayton Eagles, it is going to be the 5'9" sophomore Logan Clausen, the 6'1" junior Jordan Butler, the 6'7" junior Riley Nickel, and the 6'8" junior in Caleb Anundi, along with the 6'1" senior Jerry Daniels. Starters for Cottage Grove going to be the 5'5" senior Marcus Julian, 5'10" senior Jesse Ellingworth, who, although he was not a starter for most of the year last year, did get a ton of playing time on this varsity squad last season. Followed up with the 4'11" junior in Eric Giffen. Giffen, of course, the punt returner for the football team, is incredibly athletic. We'll see that on display here in a minute. The 6'1" senior Juice Claflin and the 6'5" senior in Jordan Hegwood. It is going to be Riley Nickel and Jordan Hegwood for the tip, and we are off. Tip is won by Stayton. Daniels now on the near side, now down low, back out to Jordan Butler for 3. That one's off the mark, but an offensive board. And then the shot is waved off. Looks like we got a travel down low by Jerry Daniels, and it will be Cottage Grove basketball. A lot of unfamiliar faces on this varsity squad for Cottage Grove, but they have a whole lot of playing time together. Now Eric Giffen going to shoot the long 3, and he hits it from way outside. Giffen Giffen there just pulled up from 3, about 28 feet, and nailed it. Ball now on the far side to Butler, now down low, back out, jumper is no good from Anundi. And the board goes to Cottage Grove. Giffen to push it, that one's no good, and the rebound goes to Stayton. That's the fast break stuff that we're gonna see a whole lot of from Cottage Grove. Now Stayton going the other way, throws it away. Cottage Grove basketball, they've got a 3-0 lead. There was 6:50 to go. Cross-court pass is out of bounds, knocked out by Jerry Daniels. Ellingworth over on the right wing, now to Giffen, now back to Ellingworth, now on the near side, down low to Hegwood, back out to Ellingworth. Ellingworth on the left wing, looks like Trenton Grover due to check back in. Grover now to Giffen. Giffen going to shoot it from way outside again, and the board is going to go out of bounds. Trenton Grover coming in, and if you want to see a kid that can shoot a 3 in a heartbeat, it is him. He got hot in Alaska and went 9 for 9. Nickel with it on the far side. Nickel now loses it. Anundi picks it up. He's going to drive into the paint, and Giffen takes the charge. Giffen takes the charge, and it will be Cottage Grove basketball. 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. Julian will take it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Julian now to Giffen, cross court to Grover. Julian now to Giffen on the left wing, Ellingworth on the near side, back to Giffen, and now Grover, baseline 3, that one's no good, and the board goes to Stayton. Ball now to Daniels, now out to Clausen on the left wing, get it down low to Anundi, and Anundi loses his dribble, and it's taken away by Ellingworth. Now Giffen gonna push it, he's got Hegwood, lay in, good. And Hegwood gave Giffen all the credit there. Perfect pass from him. Stayton still looking to score here in the first quarter. Nice pass down low, and there's the first bucket of the game for Anundi. Giffen with it on the far side. He gets it to Ellingworth. Ellingworth down low to Grover. Grover reverse lay-in is rejected. Offensive board and another block there for the 6'8" Anundi. Ball back to Stayton. Butler now to Anundi. Anundi left-handed, can't get that one to fall, and it is out of bounds off of Stayton. 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. Cottage Grove with a 5-2 lead. Once again, you're listening to the mighty 1400 KNND. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. It is Cottage Grove basketball. Marcus Julian going to walk it up the floor. Now to Giffen on the left wing. Giffen gets it over to Julian, then Grover, and Grover nails the baseline 3. So far in this one, all we've seen have been 3 attempts. Now a steal from Ellingworth. He's going to push it. Lay-in is blocked. Giffen can't get the putback. And now fast break this way. Here comes Stayton. Pass on the outside, stolen away by Hegwood, and here comes Cottage Grove. Julian now to Giffen on the left wing. Giffen cross court to Ellingworth. Ellingworth tries to get it into the paint, but it's off the hands of Hegwood. And it's Stayton basketball. So far for Cottage Grove, if it hasn't been fast break, it's been a 3. They have yet to attempt a shot from inside the arc if it's not on the fast break. And here comes the fast break again. Grover with the steal, hands it off to Julian. Now to Giffen. Now back to Julian. Giffen on the left wing. Now gets it to Ellingworth on the near side. Ellingworth drives baseline, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So it will be Stayton basketball. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. It's an 8-2 lead here for Cottage Grove. And here is the press. Newly into the game, Ben Rash here for Stayton. Now down low to Anundy. Back outside. We're going to have a three. That one's no good, but the offensive board goes to Anundy. Trying to get around Hagwood, and he does. Board two. Two more for Anundy. He's got 4 in this one. Nice pass down low to Grover, but he's got it blocked again. Somehow gets his own board. And now to Hagwood. Baseline jumper. That one's no good. And the board goes to Stayton. They're going to push the basketball as well. Runner is no good. Rebound goes to Cottage Grove. Julian now to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth drives baseline. Now backs out. Ellingworth out to Julian, pass tipped, but he still got it. 2:14 to go here in the first quarter. 8-4 lead. Now Ellingworth with it in the paint. It's outsized down there. Now Giffen somehow gets the pass down low to Hagwood. That went off of 2 different Stayton players and right to Hagwood. That's one way to get an assist. Now down low again to Anundy, and that's an easy bucket for Anundy. He's now got 6. Now Julian, Ellingworth to Giffen, left wing 3. That one's in and out. And the rebound goes to Stayton. Now they'll push the basketball, and it is thrown out of bounds. We'll talk about some fast-paced basketball. That is what we got. Now Dejan Alonso is going to come in, and I'm guessing he's going to be tasked with taking on Anundy as Hagwood has to check out. Alonso should be used to this. Last year when Cottage Grove was even more undersized, he was tasked with covering the big man. Now Ellingworth with the baseline 3. That one's no good, and the rebound goes to Stayton, but it's thrown away. Now Giffen, here comes the fast break, tries to get the pass down low, and it's out of bounds. A 10-6 lead here for Cottage Grove. Clock about to tick down to a minute. Nickel takes it up the floor for Stayton, and a reach-in foul there on Giffen. First foul on Giffen. Now Austin Cardwell going to come in for Cottage Grove. Cardwell, 6'6" senior. Ball on the right wing, now on the near side, down low, shot up, and no good. And we're going to get a foul, I believe, called on Alonso. No, they're going to get that one on Cardwell. So his first. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Riley Nickel. First one is up and good. First point of the game for him. Second free throw from Nickel. That one also up and good. And this one is to within 2. All 8 points here in this first quarter for Stayton have come from the big men, 6'7" and 6'8", Riley Nickel and Anundy. Ball on the near side, now Grover for 3. That one's no good. The board is going to go to Stayton. Micah Jenkins gives it off to Ben Rash. Rash now to Nickel. Back out to Rash. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And that one lost by Jenkins. Now I think they're going to get a foul on Julian. Still the first on Julian. Only the third team foul here on Cottage Grove. Ball to Nickel, now out to Jenkins for the jumper. That one's no good. We got 3 fouls called down low. And every single one of them, Tony Schoenborn with the push, the 6-foot senior. Ellingworth now to Julian, back to Ellingworth. Nice pass down low to Cardwell, back out to Ellingworth. On the left wing, only 1 second. Jumper from Alonzo is good. And the bucket right at the end of the first quarter has Cottage Grove up 12-8. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Can be back with the rest of the first.
Right on the cart.
Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm Rose Stephen McClendon here on 1400 KNND. Headed into the second quarter, it's Cottage Grove with a 12-8 lead. Going to be Eric Giffen, Jesse Ellingworth, John Alonzo, Marcus Julian, and Hayden Glenn in there for Cottage Grove. No bigs in there right now for Stayton. Jerry Daniels back into the game for them, along with Micah Jenkins, Ben Rash, Schoenborn for the Eagles. Julian with it on the right wing. Julian now to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth spins into the paint, looking for anyone, gets it to Alonzo. Turnaround is good. Back-to-back buckets now for Alonzo. He had one to end the first quarter. Now Rash is just going to step into a jumper. That one's no good. Board is taken by Daniels in the paint, and Daniels is fouled. And he will have 2 free throws. They're going to get that one on the senior Glenn. First free throw is up, and that one is no good. Second free throw from Daniels. That one is up and in. It's a 14-9 lead here for Cottage Grove. Lion basketball. Julian to Ellingworth. Ellingworth drives into the paint, kicks it out to Alonzo. Now to Giffen, near side 3, nailed it. Second 3 of the game here for Eric Giffen. And it's an 8-point lead, the largest of the game for Cottage Grove. Rash. Now out to Hendricks, back to Rash. Now Hendricks on the right wing to Daniels down in the paint. Daniels triple team. Daniels has it tied up. Jesse Ellingworth got in there and tied him up. Ball will stay with Stayton, and now 3 of the starting 5 going to come back in for Stayton, which means Jordan Hagwood going to come back in as well for Cottage Grove as the bigs come in. Also, Logan Clausen checks back in. He gets the inbounds pass. And now down low, they get it to Anundi, left-handed, can't finish, but he is fouled. And Anundi, the 6'8" guy, is triple teamed down there in the paint. and he's still able to come up with that pass. Foul goes on Alonzo, as his first of the game. Free throw is up and good from Anundi. He's now got 7. Second free throw from Anundi. That one's off the mark. Long board goes to Alonzo. Giffen pushes up the floor. Giffen into the paint. Nice pass to Hagwood, but a rejection from behind by Nickel. Ball will stay with Cottage Grove. Alonzo gets it to Giffen. Down low to Ellingworth, left wide open, and it's an easy bucket there for Jesse Ellingworth. Ball to Anundi now for Stayton. Turnaround jumper's no good, but a board goes to Daniels, and he gets the putback. And Daniels was standing in the middle of 4 Cottage Grove Lions trying to defend that basketball. Giffen now, left wing 3, good. Eric Giffen with his 3rd 3 of the game. He's now got 9 to lead all scorers, and it's a 10-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Ball on the far side to Micah Jenkins, and now to Daniels, who travels with it. Will be Cottage Grove basketball. So they've got a 10-point lead, their largest of the game. So they've already almost put up as many points as they did in the first quarter. We've still got 5 minutes to go here in the second. Alonzo with it in the paint. He has it blocked by Daniels. Will be Stayton basketball. Ball down low to Anundi, and left wide open all by himself is Caleb Anundi, as he's now got 9 as well. Ellingworth now to Grover. Excuse me, that's Hayden Glenn. Now to Hagwood, jumper from the free throw line, and that one's good. Jordan Hagwood, the 6'5 senior, now has 6, and he's showing some range there with the jumper. Daniels now over on the far side to Clausen. Clausen back to Anundi. Now back to Anundi from Clausen. And it is stolen away by Eric Giffen. Good hands there from the guard. Glenn now out to Alonzo. 3 is off the mark. Rebound is out of bounds off of Anundi, and it will stay with Cottage Grove. Hagwood to inbound, and he throws it away. Miscommunication there on the inbound leads to the turnover, and the lay-in on the other end is good from Jordan Butler. And now on the other end, it's knocked out of bounds by Stayton. Will stay with Cottage Grove. 4:15 to go here in the first half. And now Giffen going to try to shoot the 3. Rebound goes to Hagwood. He can't get the putback to fall. And Stayton gets the board. Down 8. Daniels has it top of the key. Daniels down low to Anundi. Turnaround is good. And really there's just been no answer for Anundi. He's now got 11 here for Cottage Grove. Ellingworth now to Alonzo on the left wing. Alonzo spins around the defender. Jumper, good. Dejan Alonzo now has 6 off the bench. Nickel now throws it away. Steal from Hayden Glenn. He's going to push it up the floor. Pass to Ellingworth is off the mark, but Ellingworth somehow comes away with it and then gets it to Giffen. Over to Ellingworth on the right wing. Ellingworth now cross court. Hayden Glenn has it in the paint. Glenn lay in. That one's no good as he can't finish. It is Stayton basketball. And a foul here. That one going to go on Alonzo. Actually got a little too much of Clausen. Now it looks like Austin, Cardwell, Trenton, Grover, and Juice Claflin all going to come into the game for Cottage Grove. Some fresh legs, but can they put up points is the question. Anundy with it on the far side. 2:55 to go here in the first half. Cottage Grove up 26-18. Once again, you're listening to the mighty 1400 KNND. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. Ball on the far side to Clausen. Clausen gets it to Anundy on the left wing. Anundy now to Butler. Butler down low to Anundy. Anundy spins, shoots, and it's 2 more for Anundy. So he's just going off right now. He's now got 13 here in the first half, using every bit of that 6'8" frame. Grover with it on the left wing. He shot fakes the 3, gets it in the paint to Cardwell. Cardwell back out to Ellingworth. He shot fakes the 3 and walks. It's a 6-point lead here for Cottage Grove. And that pass is knocked away by Cardwell, but then stolen back by Anundy, and Anundy slams home the dunk. He's now got 15 of the 22 for Stayton. Now Ellingworth into the paint, out to Claflin. Claflin drives down low. Claflin out to Glenn for 3. That's an air ball. And the board goes to Stayton. Now on the far side, 3, good. The transition 3 from Jordan Butler. And out of nowhere, Stayton goes on a 9-0 run. And they are right back into this one. It is a 1-point basketball game. We got a timeout here from Nick Finley. We are going to take a 30-second break and be back with the rest of the second quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It's a 26-25 lead here for Cottage Grove. Stayton on a 9-0 run right out of the break. Get a reach-in foul here on Logan Clausen. That's just his first. Only 3 team fouls on Stayton, 6 on Cottage Grove. So it'll be 1-and-1s for Stayton for the rest of the first half. Ellingworth picks up his dribble out of half court, and then he is fouled from behind once again by Clausen. Now the 4th team foul on Stayton. Ben Rash comes back in for the Eagles. Claflin now gets it into Julian. Julian to Claflin on the right wing, and 2 Cottage Grove players ran into each other. The ball on the floor, and they're going to give the ball to Daniels and give him the timeout. So it will be Stayton basketball out of the break. A heads-up timeout there from Joseph Kaiser, head coach from Stayton, that gives them their possession. Remember, you go back 3 minutes ago in this basketball game, and Cottage Grove had a 10-0 lead. It looked like they were going to try to run away with this basketball game, and then Stayton, much in part due to Caleb Anundy. Anundy so far here in this first half has 15. have made a run at it, and then the Jordan Butler three is what brought them to within one, and now they've got the basketball with a chance to take their first lead of the game. Rash now gets it out to Butler for three, and it's good. And Stayton now with a 2-point lead in this one. Alonzo now in the paint. Alonzo back out to Julian. Julian drives down low, and it's blocked by Anundi. Now over to Rash on the left wing. Rash drives down low, kicks it out to Daniels. Now to Anundi, and it's blocked by Alonzo. Now going to push it. Ellingworth with 4 defenders on him. Lay-in is no good. And the board is taken by Stayton. Fast break this way and a walk on Butler. It's Cottage Grove basketball, 17.4 seconds to go here in the first half. Look for Giffen or Alonzo to take this last shot. Julian gets a screen, 7 seconds. Now Julian down low, can't get that to go. 2 seconds, down to Daniels. Daniels not going to get a shot off. And at the end of the first half, Stayton has a 28-26 lead. This one really a game of runs. It looked like Cottage Grove was going to run away with this one, to be frank. They were up 12-8 headed into that second quarter. And then went on a 10-4 run. They were up 22-12, and all of a sudden Stayton just came rearing back. Goes on a 9-0 run. They end up taking a 28-26 lead into the second half of this basketball game. Really, so far, what I've seen from Cottage Grove is the half-court offense definitely struggling to get open looks against this size. And really, to beat that, what they need to do is just create more turnovers. The fast break for Cottage Grove has looked really good, but if they can't create turnovers and or get boards, it's hard to push the ball in transition. So I really look for them to come out in the first half and just press even more aggressively than they did, come out in the second half and press more aggressively than they did in the first. For Cottage Grove, it's been multiple scores. Jesse Ellingworth with 2, Trent Grover with a single 3. Look for them to try to get him more open looks. Remember I said earlier this season he went on a streak of hitting 9 straight. Hegwood with 6 down low in the paint, including a couple nice jumpers from Hegwood showing some range with the size. Alonzo with 6 of his own, and then Eric Giffen from outside has 9. For Stayton, look, it's Caleb Anundi right now, the 6'8" junior in this basketball game with 15 points in that first half. But Jordan Butler is what really brought him over the top and gave him that lead, as he had 8 in that first half, 6 in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Jerry Daniels added 3, and Riley Nickel added 2 free throws for Stayton, who has a 28-26 lead. Once again, we are at halftime. We are going to take about a 6-minute break and be back with the second half of this one.
we ask that at the end of the meeting, that you would please deposit all the trash that you have and the trash cans on your way out, please. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan Clinton, here on 1400 KNND, just about ready for the second half of this one. Stayton has a 28-26 lead as they ended the first half on a 12-0 run. Mostly thanks to Caleb Nundy, who had 15. So really the question entering this second half is, what do you do to stop Nundy? And other than that, if Cottage Grove can't force turnovers and get the fast break working, then what are they going to do for a half-court offense? We'll see right here. It's Cottage Grove basketball, and it's almost stolen away right off the bat as it's knocked out of bounds by Stayton, and now that pass inbounded, thrown at Hegwood. He was looking the other way, and it's a turnover right off the bat here for Cottage Grove. Ball over to Julian on the right wing, now down low to Nundy. That's Nickel, excuse me. Nickel with the spinner, can't get that one to roll in. And here comes Cottage Grove. Ellingworth now. Ellingworth into the paint. Ellingworth baseline pass out to Claflin. Now to Julian. Out to Hegwood. Jumper. That one's in and out. And the board is going to get tipped out to Hegwood. Now to Ellingworth. Right wing three. That one's off the mark. And the board goes to Stayton. Ball to Nickel on the left wing. He gets a screen, drives, glass, good. 2 there for Riley Nickel. He's now got 4 on the night. It's now a 14-0 run here for Stayton. Cottage Grove was up 26-16 at one point in this game. Ellingworth into the paint, now to Hegwood, baseline jumper, that one's off the mark, but the board goes to Ellingworth, now to Julian, now to Ellingworth, drives into the paint, left-handed, can't get the friendly roll. And the board goes to Stayton, now out on the far side to Jordan Butler. Got to watch him. He had 2 threes in the first half with his 8 points. Now a Nundy turnaround, and there's really just nothing Cottage Grove can do about that. Now to Giffen, pass out to Julian. Nundy now with 17. Now to Ellingworth. Ellingworth to Claflin on the right wing. Claflin to Giffen. Giffen had 9 in the first half, and now he throws the pass away. And it's stolen away by Stayton, and now tipped and stolen away by Cottage Grove. Ellingworth is going to push it. Ellingworth behind the back, looking for the trailer to Hegwood, and Hegwood short with the shot attempt. That's his 3rd miss here early in the 3rd quarter. Now Stayton throws it away. Cardwell and Alonzo going to come in for Hegwood and Claflin. It's Cottage Grove basketball still looking for their first points this third quarter. Alonzo into the paint, now out to Ellingworth. Ellingworth down low to Alonzo. Alonzo spins, throws it to Cardwell, off glass, and that one's good. Good feed there from Alonzo. And that's Austin Cardwell, his first 2 points. And now the ball's on the floor. Ellingworth trying to rip it away, and he does. Gets it to Julian. Julian now down to Giffen. Transition 3. That one's off the mark. Board is out of bounds. And it looks like they're going to give it to Stayton. Stayton with a 32-28 lead. Almost a great pass, but it's stolen away by Julian. Julian now drives into the paint. Julian picks up his dribble, and he is fouled. That one goes on Jordan Butler. Ellingworth now to Alonzo on the right wing. Alonzo out to Ellingworth left wing. Ellingworth now to Giffen. Giffen crosses over into the paint. Now out to Julian. Julian into the paint. He picks up his dribble. Out to Ellingworth, now back to Julian, top of the key. He drives, lay in, that one's no good. Board goes to Cardwell, can't get the putback. And here comes Stayton. Fast break, Butler, Anundi, lay in, and fouled by Cardwell. It is Anundi, it'll be 2 free throws. Here for Anundi. First one is up and good. Anundi now with 18. Second free throw is also good from Anundi. Trenton Grover into the game for Cottage Grove, and they could really use him getting hot. Giffen, now to Ellingworth. Ellingworth gets it down low to Cardwell, and Cardwell has it rejected, but it's out to Ellingworth, now to Giffen, who's going to shoot the runner, and he gets it to go. Now Daniels fast break this way, that one's no good. Board goes to Giffen. Giffen into the paint, now out to Grover. Grover back to Giffen. Giffen gonna shoot the 3, that one's no good. And the board goes to Stayton. We're gonna get a foul on Alonzo. So by my count, that is the 3rd on Dejan Alonzo. But by the home book count, that's only his 2nd. We'll see who's right here by the end of this one. That on the right side now, it's a 3 from Rash, and that's good. Ben Rash with his first bucket of the game. Now Alonzo drives into the paint. Alonzo off glass, that's no good. But he will get 2 free throws out of it. 2:48 to go here in the third quarter. Stayton with a 37-30 lead. It's going to be 2 free throws for Alonzo. First one is up and off the mark. Second free throw from Alonzo. That one gets the roll. Alonzo now with 7 off the bench for Cottage Grove. Ball now outside. We're going to get a 3 here from Jenkins. That one's no good. Board goes to Ellingworth. Ellingworth now to Grover, fast break. Grover to Giffen on the right wing. Giffen takes it left, gets it down low to Cardwell, now out to Grover. Grover now to Alonzo in the paint. He loses his dribble. Alonzo now out to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth now going to shoot the spot up three. That one's no good, and the board goes to Anundi. Ball down low to Butler, now out to Rash, now over to Nickel, who's going to shoot the three, and he drills it. And that is the big man, 6'7" Riley Nickel shooting the three. Now a three on the other end from Grover is no good. It's a 9-point lead for Stayton. Now Rash into the paint. That one's no good, but the board goes to Ellingworth. Ellingworth now drives down low, and they're going to wave the bucket off. You get a foul on the floor on Stayton. It's a 40-31 lead here for Stayton. It will be Cottage Grove basketball. 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Ellingworth with it on the near side. Ellingworth, now that pass is thrown into the backcourt, and it will be an over and back violation. Seen a lot of miscommunications from Cottage Grove offensively. Passes headed to players that were not ready for them. Ball's into Nickel for Stayton. Now out on the right wing, trying to get it to Nickel, and it's tipped and stolen away. Now right back to Stayton, and now Ellingworth has it for Cottage Grove as he will take it out of the skirmish. Ellingworth now to Giffen. Giffen trying to get it over to Grover, and it's tipped and knocked out of bounds. Giffen gets it into Hayden Glenn. Takes it right now to Ellingworth on the near side. 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Once again, you're listening to Mighty 1400 KNND as we've got a three from Giffen, and he hits. It's the fourth three of the game for Eric Giffen. Leads all Cottage Grove scorers with 14. And now a steal here from Ellingworth. Ellingworth fast break this way. Ellingworth lay in, good. And just like that, a 5-0 run has brought this one to within 4. Ball on the far side. Now to Rash, top of the key. Rash on the near side, three. That one's off the mark, but the board goes to Nickel, and he gets the putback. And now here we go this way. Ellingworth, three, in and out, is going to end the third quarter. Stayton holding on to a 6-point lead. They are up 42-36. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan Linden, here on 1400 KNND. About ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Stayton has a 42-36 lead, and they will take the opening possession. Rash has it on the far side. Rash now down low. It's tipped, and it's on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow is to... No, not a jump ball. We got a timeout there for Stayton. Did not see the signal from the official. I thought a jump ball had been called, but apparently another heads-up timeout from Joseph Kaiser is going to save Stayton the possession. Where we're at here in the fourth quarter, 3 team fouls on Stayton, 2 on Cottage Grove, which means they can really defend aggressively here in this fourth quarter, down by 6. But really at this point, if they can't force turnovers, he's got to figure out how to score. Giffen has really been the bright spot so far in this one for Cottage Grove. He's got 14. Stayton has done a good job of keeping Trenton Grover out of rhythm, as he's only hit 1 3 all night. Giffen guarding Rash. Ball now on the far side, out to Jenkins. Now to Nickel. Nickel with it on the right wing. He'll take it left. Nickel. Now over to Jenkins. Jenkins down here on the near side to Hendricks. Hendricks, left wing, gets a screen, gonna shoot the floater, and he gets it to go. Good moves there from Nathan Hendricks, his first bucket of the game. Now Giffen drives down the floor, other way, and one. Eric Giffen with the bucket. He's now got 16, and he's got a free throw coming his way. .708 to go here in the fourth quarter. Giffen with a free throw. Bring this one within 5. Free throw up, and the free throw is no good. Board is taken by Hagwood. Hustle play, and then we got a timeout. This time the heads-up timeout coming from Nick Finley for Cottage Grove is the hustle rebound for the Lions. It's going to give them another opportunity to chip away at this 6-point deficit with 7:05 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, we'll see what Finley has to draw out of the timeout. Really no foul trouble for anyone in this one. It's been a pretty clean basketball game up to this point. The bigs for Stayton sure have been impressive. Nickel has been good, all of 6'7", along with a Nundy. Giffen to inbound from under the hoop for Cottage Grove. It's Giffen, Alonzo, Grover, Hagwood, and Ellingworth for the Lions. We got Jenkins, Rash, Anundy, Nickel, and that pass is thrown away. Eric Giffen trying to get it to Ellingworth. That's a costly turnover there. Hagwood had just made the hustle rebound. And then the turnover out of the timeout. Ball back to Stayton, down low. It's knocked away by Alonzo. Hagwood is going to push it and now give it back up to Giffen, who's open for 3, in and out. And the board goes to Nickel. Crowd was ready to explode there here in Cottage Grove. Ball outside, 3, that's an air ball, and an over and back, or the D-back, excuse me, going to be called on Caleb Anundy. 6:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. And nice pass down low to Grover, and Grover going to finish. Hegwood with the feed, and it's within 4. Battle going on down low, and it's a steal. No, going to be a foul called on Hegwood, trying to get it down to Anundy. And Cottage Grove has switched to a zone down there, so they're trying to double team those bigs for Stayton. Get the ball into Anundy. It was just the first foul of the game on Hegwood. That pass tip, now out to Rash. Now to Butler. Butler gets it down low to Anundy. Now back to Butler in the paint. Butler wild into the lane, throws it away, and then thrown out of bounds by Nickel trying to save it. So Cottage Grove basketball down by 4. Clausen and Daniels into the game for Stayton. Giffen to Alonzo. Alonzo takes it left. Now to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth into the paint, shoots the runner. It's no good. The board, though, taken by Alonzo. Lay in, does not fall, but going to have 2 free throws coming for Dejan. Alonzo would have been one heck of an acrobatic lay-in for Alonzo if it would have fell. As it is, it's going to be 2 free throws here for Alonzo, looking to make this a 1-possession game. First one is up, and it is good from Alonzo. Second free throw coming. It is up and good as well, and we got ourselves a 2-point game. Saw overtime in the first one. Who knows what could happen here. Daniels down low, now outside to Butler, left wing 3, third of the game for Butler. He has not missed from outside. He's now got 11, and it's back to a 5-point lead here for Stayton. Giffen now down low. Giffen got away with a couple extra steps there. Now to Alonzo, and Alonzo's fouled. And now that is the 7th team foul on Stayton, so it's going to be 1-and-1s here for Cottage Grove. We'll see if they can capitalize on that. First free throw up, and it is good from Alonzo. He's now into double digits with 10. Second free throw, that one up and good as well. As he's now 5 of 5 from the line. It's a 3-point game, 5 minutes to go. Daniels to Clausen. Clausen drives right, now to the far side to Nickel. Nickel back to Clausen, now down low to Anundy. Anundy is fouled by Hegwood. 2 more free throws here for Anundy. Cottage Grove has done a much better job with him here in the second half, as he's only got 3 points up to this point. Free throw is up and is good. He hasn't missed from the stripe so far tonight. Austin Cardwell now going to come in for Jordan Hegwood. Free throw up, and that one good as well from Anundy. It's back to a 5-point lead here for Stayton. Giffen to Alonzo, top of the key. He's just going to step back for 3, and he drains it. Dejan Alonzo hits the three, and we're within 2. Now Butler left wing. He drives baseline, is trapped. Pass tip taken by Ellingworth. Fast break this way. Here comes Ellingworth. Ellingworth lay in, and he's fouled. Let's see if they're going to say it's before or during. It's going to be 2 shots here for Ellingworth, and this could tie it. First free throw from Ellingworth is up and off the mark. Second free throw from Ellingworth. That one is good. It's a 1-point basketball game. Nickel now to Butler, near side 3. That one's in and out. The board, though, goes to Daniels in the paint. Daniels now, and a travel. Going to be called on a Nundy. It's Cottage Row basketball down by 1. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Giffen takes it right. Giffen into the paint. Giffen shot, no good, but he's fouled. And it's going to be 2 free throws here for Eric Giffen. Cottage Grove with a chance to take the lead. Giffen has struggled from the line tonight. First free throw is up and good from Eric Giffen. Second free throw from Giffen. That one is off the mark, and we are going to stay tied at 49, Stayton basketball. Clausen with it for Cottage Grove. Now to a Nundy. Nice pass down low, wide open. It's an easy bucket there for Riley Nickel. Back to a 2-point lead here for Stayton. Alonzo into the paint. Now to Giffen on the right wing. Giffen almost loses his dribble. Now takes it into the paint. Out to Alonzo. 3 in and out. Board goes to Clausen. Now Nickel gonna push it. Nickel on the right wing. Now back to Clausen. Back to Nickel. Ellingworth now over on the far side. Down low to Daniels. Daniels with the push-off lowered his shoulder into Hayden Glenn, and it's an offensive foul. On Daniels, it's going to be Cottage Grove basketball, down by 2. Alonzo with it on the right wing. Alonzo shot fakes now to Ellingworth, left wing. Ellingworth takes it back to the middle. Ellingworth out to Giffen. Giffen gets a screen. Ellingworth into the paint. Lay in. That one's no good. Ton of defense there from Stayton. Hands all over Giffen. Stayton comes away with the board. Now a steal from Alonzo. Alonzo, fast break this way. He's going to have to back it out. Shot fakes the 3. He's picked up his dribble. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here from Nick Finley. Well, we got another good one going on here at Cottage Grove High School. 2:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Stayton with a 51-49 lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of the 4th quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove basketball down by 2. Giffen has it on the right wing. Giffen now back out to Marcus Julian, Jesse Ellingworth, Trenton Grover, and Austin Cardwell in there right now for Cottage Grove. Giffen on the right wing tries to get it down low. It's kicked out of bounds by Stayton. Giffen to inbound from the near side. Giffen throws it in, gets it into Julian, and it's tied up by Daniels. Possession arrow is to Cottage Grove. So Giffen now will inbound from the far side. And he's got no one to get it into again. Finally gets it into Ellingworth. Ellingworth on the left wing, drives down low, gets the pass out to Giffen. 3, that one's off the mark. The board is still being fought for, and it is taken by Stayton. Ball on the far side. Now over to Clausen. Clausen gets it to Nickel. Only 1:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball now to Butler, to Nickel. Cottage Grove still has 2 fouls to give, and it looks like we are going to get a timeout here from Stayton. 1:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stayton has a 51-49 lead. We are going to take a 30-second break and be back with the rest of the fourth quarter. To Cottage Grove High School. Or no. It's going to be Stayton basketball out of the break with 1:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove still with 2 fouls to give. It looks like Dylan Graves into the game for Cottage Grove for the first time. And now Giffen going to commit the first foul here for the Lions. So it's Stayton basketball. Now we got 5 team fouls on Cottage Grove. Ball is into Clausen. Now back out. Clausen to Daniels. Daniels down low to Anundy. Anundy off glass and good. The bucket there for Anundy where Cottage Grove needed to foul. Now to Ellingworth on the near side. Cottage Grove down by 4, and it is poked out of bounds. Big Cottage Grove basketball. They have struggled getting the ball inbounded from right about where Alonzo is so far in this game. This time they get it into Hagwood. Hagwood almost throws it away, and now a reach-in foul is going to be called. On Clausen. And Cottage Grove's in the double bonus right now, so it's going to be 2 free throws for Eric Giffen. The first one is up and no good. Dylan Graves comes in for Cottage Grove, 5'11" junior. Second free throw, that one is good from Giffen. Nickel has it, and it looks like Cottage Grove is going to foul him. That is the 6th. So one more before the double bonus. Ball is in. They get it to Daniels. Daniels is fouled. So now it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Jerry Daniels. Trent Grover now going to come in for Cottage Grove. So the front end of the 1-and-1 coming. It is up and no good, and the board goes to Cottage Grove. Down by 3, 40 seconds to go. Giffen now is fouled. So it's going to be 2 free throws again for Giffen. So Giffen gonna have 2 free throws. First one is up and out. Rolls around the rim and falls out for Aaron Giffen, and you can see his frustration. Cottage Grove still down by 3. Second free throw, that one is no good, and the board is out of bounds off of Stayton. So Cottage Grove going to have another opportunity here. And right now with who they've got in the game, basically everyone out there can shoot the 3. Ball to Ellingworth, only 36 seconds to go. They don't need a 3 yet, they just need points quick. Now a 3, it's good from Giffen, a right wing 3. 27 seconds to go. We are tied at 53, and a foul by Dylan Graves. A huge mistake there by Graves. Situational unawareness by the junior, commits the foul intentionally, and they didn't need it. So now it's going to be the front end of the 1-and-1 for Jordan Butler. And Butler's been shooting hot all night, and he nails the free throw. Second free throw, that one's nothing but net as well. And now Cottage Grove right back to being down by 2. Giffen drives into the paint, and Giffen is fouled. And he's going to have 2 free throws, 18 seconds to go. And these two could tie it, and he has struggled from the line all night, so he's missed 5 in the game. First free throw from Giffen is no good. He has struggled mightily from the line, continues to do so. Credit to Finley. He has realized that. He just put Austin Cardwell in there, hoping to get a board. That one is no good as well. The board goes to the 6-7. Riley Nickel, and he is fouled. Now it's going to be a 1-and-1. Here for Nickel. 15.5 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Front end of the 1-and-1 coming from Nickel. Free throw up, and it is no good. The board goes to Giffen. Cottage Grove with 14 seconds. Giffen with a head of steam, and he's fouled again. And now Giffen gonna have to go back to the line. He has missed 4 straight free throws. 10.8 seconds to go, and Eric Giffen at the line with a chance to tie it. He has missed 4 straight. First one is good. Gabe Glenn into the game for Cottage Grove. Second free throw for Giffen is good. We're tied at 55. And we have a timeout here from Cottage Grove. It's going to be a full timeout for Nick Finley. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with the last 10 seconds of the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove High School. Talking about some exciting basketball on a Friday night. The girls' game goes into overtime with what was an end of regulation play-in. And now, 10.8 seconds to go. We are tied at 55. It's Stayton basketball. A foul here would give Stayton 2 free throws. For Stayton, it's Daniels, and that man, you gotta watch him, Nundy, of course, Nickel, Butler, and Ben Rash. Cottage Grove gotta be careful not to foul. Ball is into a Nundy, now back to Butler. And now we got another timeout. Here from Stayton. All they're trying to do there is move the basketball up to the floor so they can inbound from closer. They're going to draw the play up. They should be able to inbound from right about half court with 6.9 seconds to go. Cottage Grove got to be careful the alley-oop right here, actually, with the height of the Nundy and Nickel. You put both of them down low, it's going to be very tough for Cottage Grove to defend. It looks like the Lions are going to go with Glenn, Hagewood, Alonzo, Giffen, and Ellingworth to defend. Really only time enough for one shot here. If it goes in, it's going to be over with. And if it doesn't go in, we're probably looking at overtime for back-to-back basketball games. Butler to inbound here from the near side. Butler gets it into Nickel on the left wing. Nickel trying to drive left. Can't. Tries to throw it back to Butler. Ball's on the ground. Stolen away, and he's fouled. A foul on the floor. And we got a timeout, Cottage Grove. I initially thought they had called a foul, but they got the timeout first, so now they've got to figure out how much time to put back on the clock. There's still no indication of how much time they're going to put back on that clock. But what a clutch steal for Cottage Grove and Gabe Glenn. Jesse Ellingworth, Alonzo, Giffen, and Hagwood, and they put 1.2 seconds left on the clock. Time for basically a catch and shoot here for Cottage Grove. It looks like Giffen is going to inbound. Cottage Grove clearly unsure of their play calls. They have to call another timeout to discuss this. 1.2 seconds to go. We're tied at 55. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with the rest of the fourth quarter. Hey, who's number 12? Number 12. Who is he? Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. 55 to 55. Excuse me, that is not Gabe Glenn, it's Hayden Glenn. The roster lists him as number 5. Alonzo to inbound from the near side, looking for somebody to throw it to, got to get it in, gets it into Giffen, fade away is no good. And we got more overtime. 55 to 55. We're going to play some more extra basketball. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with overtime. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. We got extra basketball tonight. 55 to 55 is the score here. We are headed into overtime for the second time tonight. Stayton girls were able to come away with the first victory of this series. Now it appears we're having some kind of issue. I think there might have been an open cut on one of the players. They're trying to figure out if there's any blood on any of the jerseys, and indeed there is. As now we're going to have a lot of fun because all these kids are going to change numbers and I'm going to have no idea who's who. Looks like Jesse Ellingworth going to have to change his jersey. Man, we are having all kinds of weird stuff going on tonight. So Jesse Ellingworth is going to be number 11. Hagwood is number 15. The broadcast is going to be a mess from here on out. I think we've got the situation under control. Now we just have to switch all the numbers at the scorers table, which is going to be even more fun. Stayton has dark jerseys on, so you can't tell if there's blood on them or not. Just like to point that out. Anyway, back to basketball. 55 to 55. Right now, both teams are going to be in the double bonus. No one in danger of fouling out yet. And now Dejon Alonso is running back to the locker room. And not entirely quite sure why, if he has to get another jersey or if he's the one with the cut. But as it is, it looks like we are now officially ready to get overtime going. So it's going to be Hagwood it's going to be Hagwood and Nickel for the tip as soon as we figure out which side they're going to be on. There we go. Tip is up, and Hagwood wins it. Quick pass down to Giffen, and Giffen has to back it out to the right wing. Now to Grover. Grover shot fakes the three, pulls back, go! Trenton Grover, only his second three of the game, but that was one heck of a good time for it. Ball to Nickel on the left wing. Nickel tries to get it down low, and it's stolen away by Cottage Grove. Giffen now going to walk it up the floor. Giffen into the paint. Giffen out to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth now down low to Hagwood, out to Giffen on the far side. Giffen going to dribble it back towards the center of the court. 3:20 to go in overtime. Cottage Grove up 3. Giffen now into the paint. Giffen loses the dribble off of his leg. No, they're going to say it's off Stayton. That is a tough, tough, tough break. So Hagwood going to inbound. He gets it in to Hayden Glenn, who's wearing number 12 instead of number 5 like it's supposed to be. Grover now going to take it left. He gets into the paint. Grover down low. Grover gets tied up and rolls out of bounds with the basketball. It's a turnover. Here for Cottage Grove, and now Stayton bench being instructed to sit down. Daniels gets it in to Rash. Rash going to take it up the floor for Stayton. Now out on the far side. That's Butler. Gets it down low. Nice pass and the bucket for Nickel. Riley Nickel has really come on here in the second half. Ball to Giffen. Now out to Ellingworth. Ellingworth into the paint. Ellingworth has it stolen away. Back-to-back turnovers here for Cottage Grove after the steal. Now Rash, fast break, no good. Board goes to Nickel. That one's short, and a foul is called on Anumdi. And that is the 5th on Anundi. He is going to have to come out. Anundi had a great first half, but credit adjustments in that locker room. He only scored 5 points in the entire second half, did Anundi. He's going to exit this one with 20. And now Jordan Hagwood is going to go to the line with 2 free throws. First one from Hagwood is up, and the senior nails it. Hagwood now has 7. Second free throw from Hagwood, that one good as well. And it's back to a 3-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Rash, and then a double dribble by Rash on the far side. Huge turnover there. Ball back to Cottage Grove. 2:15 to go in overtime. It's a 60-57 lead for the Lions. Giffen picks up his dribble. Now gets it over to Grover on the left wing. Grover hands it off to Ellingworth. Ellingworth going to take it to the near side. Ellingworth now throws it out to Glenn. Glenn now back to Ellingworth. Ellingworth left into the paint. Now to Grover, and they're going to get Ellingworth for a walk. Another big turnover there. Cottage Grove now has turned it over 3 times just in overtime. If it weren't for an Anundi foul and a 3, they would be in trouble right now. Now a 3 from Butler is off the mark. The first one he's missed all night. The board being fought for and a foul. It's called on who? They're going to get it on Daniels. So now it's going to be 2 free throws here for Hayden Glenn. Free throw from Grover is up and no good. Excuse me, Glenn. So now Marcus Julian going to come back in for Trenton Grover. And this second free throw is huge from Glenn. So we'll put Cottage Grove up 2 scores. Free throw is up and it's good. He gets the roll off the front of the iron. First point of the game for Hayden Glenn puts Cottage Grove up 4. Rash now to Jenkins. Nickel down low to Rash. Off glass. Too strong. The board goes to Daniels and it's an over and back. Called on Daniels. Now it's going to be 2 free throws, and Daniels has fouled out of this one as well. Now we're going to see, I would not be surprised if Shryock gets teed up. Hasn't yet, but now it's going to be 2 free throws here for Marcus Julian. Shryock very close catching a technical foul. First free throw from Julian is up and good. Also the first point of the game from Marcus Julian for Cottage Grove. Second free throw, that one is good as well. 6-point lead here for Cottage Grove in overtime, and we're going to get another timeout here from Stayton. It's a 63-57 Cottage Grove lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Can't be back with the rest of the fourth quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. Stayton basketball, they're now down by 6 with 1:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3 from Butler. That one's off the mark. The board goes out of bounds. It will be Cottage Grove basketball. They get it into Julian. Stayton has to press here. They've got Giffen trapped, and he throws it away. It's saved from going out of bounds by Stayton. Now Rash with it left wing. Rash on the near side. Baseline 3, too strong. The board is taken by Giffen, and then he is fouled. Going to be 2 free throws here for Eric Giffen. 49.1 seconds to go here in overtime. Free throw is up, and that one is good. From Giffen. Second free throw up, and that one is in and out. Rebound goes to Stayton, so it is a 7-point game. 3 now coming, it's good off the glass from Riley Nickel. Thought we were going to have a timeout, but we do not. Giffen now to Ellingworth. Ellingworth gets trapped. Now to Giffen. Giffen to Hagwood. Hagwood gets it across half court. Hagwood is fouled from behind by Rash. Now it's 2 free throws for Hagwood, the first of which is up and good. Jordan Hagwood now with 9 on the night. Second free throw, that one is good as well. And it's now a 6-point basketball game. Rash takes it up the floor. Rash gonna drive into the paint. Rash outside, open 3, it's good! The 3 is good from Nathan Hendricks. Now Julian takes it across the floor. Down low to Hagwood. Hagwood is fouled with 9.4 seconds to go. Hagwood just went 2 for 2 from the line. 9.4 seconds to go, and you gotta wonder, how do you think Nick Finley liked his home debut? First free throw from Hagwood is in and out. One more miss and a Stayton rebound. This thing's not over yet. The second free throw from Hagwood. That one's in and out. The board. There's a foul on the rebound. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Micah Jenkins. Back-to-back free throws for the senior Hagwood. Went in and out. And now it's going to be 2 free throws for Jenkins. First one is the most important, and it's in. Now the question becomes, do you miss the second one on purpose and go for the board? Or do you make it? 8.6 seconds to go. The second free throw from Jenkins is up. That one's no good. The board goes to Giffen. Giffen is fouled. Now it's going to be 2 more free throws here for Eric Giffen. He has struggled from the line all night long, and now he's got 2 clutch free throws coming. First free throw is up and no good. So now the second free throw coming from Giffen, who is very frustrated right now. Free throw up, and that one is good. It's a 3-point game. The ball is into Rash, 5 seconds. Rash now over to Nickel. Nickel shoots the turnaround. It's no good, and the buzzer goes off. It wasn't exactly conventional, but Cottage Grove comes away with its first home win of this 2017-18 basketball year by a final final score of 67 to 64. Well, what a night here at Cottage Grove High School, to say the least. First, the girls' game goes into overtime after a buzzer-beating lay-in from Stayton. Stayton goes on to win that one. Cottage Grove in this one looked like they were going to run away with it. At one point had a 10-point lead. Stayton battled back. It went back and forth. Cottage Grove tied it late in the fourth quarter. And the last-ditch shot attempt from the Lions did not fall, hence overtime. And this thing was not over until the very last seconds of overtime, as it was back and forth. Stayton with a last-chance shot from Nickel does not fall, and Cottage Grove narrowly comes away with its first home victory of 2018 and the first home victory for new head coach Nick Finley. What a game, what a night. Once again, final score here from Cottage Grove High School. Cottage Grove 67 and Stayton 64. This has been a presentation of Cottage Grove High School sports on 1400 KNND.